about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp? Plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
It's a first down and more for Gibson. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
Let's do this.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
First and goal, Washington.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll run with Gibson. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Gordon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They go play action. Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
De'Ami Brown, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Fitzpatrick giving to Gibson on the draw.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 26.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They stay on the ground. This time, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. To throw is Bridgewater. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. To throw, Bridgewater.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Play fake. Bridgewater. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Play action now. Bridgewater. This is caught. Touchdown. Tim Patrick from 10 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, CD, something that we've done for a number of years as the season gets going is we get predictions on each side. Let's start with the AFC. Who do you have in 2021 as your division winners?
Well, let's go to the East, and I think Buffalo repeats, although New England, they got better in the offseason, and despite starting a rookie quarterback in Mac Jones, I think they'll make a nice run at the Buffalo Bills this year. In the North, what a battle you have there. 3-way. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I like Baltimore to still win the division, but Cleveland will be right there, and Pittsburgh will make a run at the playoffs. In the South, I think it's Tennessee's division to lose. Indianapolis had a number of injuries in the offseason, and, Jacksonville and Houston, they're trying to get there. And then out West, it's still Kansas City. But I love what the Los Angeles Chargers have done in the offseason.
All right, CD, and then if you had to pick, who do you have winning the AFC?
Well, I'm going to go against type here, Brandon, because teams aren't supposed to sustain as long as the Kansas City Chiefs have. But despite a retooled offensive line, I do think that they get back there again. What happened to them in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, that serves as great motivation. They want to get back and atone themselves.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On second down, Gordon once more.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. On play action, it's Bridgewater.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And got his man complete. A big gain of 31 on third down.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jonathan Bostic, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now on second and 16. Bridgewater. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion, but now kick the field goal. Get the lead, let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Bridgewater. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Once more, Gibson.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here's Fitzpatrick.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screen play is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackled him for just a short gain.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Fitzpatrick to throw.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And McManus able to put it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One last shot now for Fitzpatrick. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
Your hand. Why would they do something to your hand? That's right. What they do? Oh, y'all. What you do? You donated your blood?